Howdy folks, welcome back. Hair is a mess, beard's a mess, I need to go see a barber. Really bad. Yes, printer is going burr. I have a commission piece I need to print for a friend. He has asked me to print off a 2B character from an anime. So I've got some of the parts printed just fine. This is a nice size burst for him. He said he wanted it between 6 to 8 inches, giggity. So it's roughly within that ballpark. The person who designed the STL file clearly had no intention of it ever being printed correctly on the first time, because I'm not even kidding you. Those are failed body prints. Even with my double, triple checked settings, and yeah, the sword didn't exactly print straight either. And when I put it in my cure machine, for some reason it wasn't in the basket, and it slipped and fell, and it landed on the sword, and as it was curing, the sword was bending, and now it's stuck like that. Yeah, I could possibly run it under some hot water and try and straighten it out, but it's just quicker if I just 3D print a new sword and try and fix this later and whatnot. Anyway, I got that done. I even managed to waste the last of my white resin and score me a Hulk burst. So there's that. I've been doing that. I've also been trying to figure out a decent weight loss program, because I want to cut fat. How can I put this nicely? I want to stay the weight that I am now, which is to 121 kilos, but I want to replace the body fat with muscle mass, with lean muscle. So if I can stay 115 kilo, I'll be fine. Or that would be 14 stone in American. No, in old British. That would be 230 pounds American. So that's what I'm going to try and stay at. So that means I'm going to be losing. I'm currently 44-inch waist. I'll be going down to about a 40, maybe even a 39 or a 38. You know, who knows? Again, like I said, I want to lose the beer gut. I want to lose the gut and gain in my arms, my neck, my chest, my back. And so yeah, I've been following some gym instructions. I've even got some workout videos and stuff. I've even got a nutritionist now. He's helping me. I've got to do sub 2,000 calories or under 2,000 calories a day, and I've got to walk a minimum of 7,000 steps. And today I have already walked. It's almost 3 o'clock, and I have walked 4,861 steps. So I'm getting there, guys. I am getting there. So I am getting a little bit of movement. Problem is with my injured hip from where I got hit with a car. Long story. About a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago now, I was going to my doctor's for a doctor visit, ironically. And as I was crossing the street, a learner driver hit me with his car, and it hit me on the left side of my hip. And I slid up the hood, or the bonnet, as we call it here in the UK. And I just looked at him through the window, through the windshield. I was like, "Are you fucking stupid?" And the driving instructor that was with him literally was like, "Oh fuck!" And it happened literally less than 60 feet from my doctor's office. I was like, "You can't make this shit up. It's that ridiculous. You can't make it up, you know." And so I said to him, "Look, fuck you, I'm going to my doctor's. I need to get this done. I don't want to be late for the appointment." Because, again, this is the weird thing about the NHS. The NHS say if you are late for an appointment more than twice, they're not going to rebook you. They're not even going to acknowledge your existence. But it's okay if you show up on time for them to be late, for them to keep you waiting. No, that's not how that works. In a polite society, if I'm late and I apologize, yeah, there's a chance you can say, "Well, we'll see you next week," kind of thing. But when a doctor is late, there's no repercussions. When a doctor keeps you waiting, there's no repercussions. There should be. There should be repercussions. I'm sorry, but there should be. There should be a system in place so that if the doctor is absolutely shit, and I mean shit at his job or her job or their job, and they get X amount of complaints, they lose their fucking medical license. Period. I don't give a fuck where they're from. I don't care how bad. Now, again, this is the thing. Please understand, I do not have a racist bone in my body. I don't. I never have. Anyone who knows me will tell you I do not have a racist bone in my body. Not one. My daughter is mixed race, for fuck's sake. I do not have a racist bone in my body. But the NHS do not need immigrants. What we need is medical schools. What we need is trade schools. What we need is the ability to teach the people that are fucking here. We do not need to import in Polish people to build when we're fucking here. It's called investing in your own people. America does it, believe it or not. If you go into a trade school in the States instead of going to a college, you will be $80,000 richer by the time you leave. Not in debt, richer. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, near the end of your trade school time, you're going to job fairs where employers are saying, fuck you, we're taking you. Yes, here's a job offer. And they will give you they'll give you a dowry. They'll put some money down on you, saying, you know what, here's a signing on bonus. It's now called a signing on bonus. Back in the day, it used to be called a dowry. Okay? You don't get that when you leave fucking college or university. When you leave, there's a bill. 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, depending on what shit fucking degree you want. You don't get that in the trades. Yeah, granted, some trade schools do ask you to pay 800 up front, 400, 900 up front, whatever. But by the time you're done and you've got your cert, which, by the way, most trade certifications you can actually get at your local public library. Believe it or not, you just go in there and you ask them, I want to learn a trade. And they will go, we do this course, and this course. And you pick a fucking course, you start it, you do the literature, you hand it, and you even do your fucking examinations and your tests at that library. Here in the UK. They even do it in the US as well. Little fucking hint for you. And guess what? It's about $13. Not 300,000, 13. 1, 3. Look it up. I'm not even kidding you. So you can leave your college, university, or whatever in debt, or you can go to a trade school. And by the time you're in your business for anywhere between 6 months, 8 months to a year, you've probably got a lot of good customers, especially if you're good at your fucking job. You've got a lot of customers that want you to come back. And if you're that fucking good, you could even try and apply to get government contracts to overhaul government buildings. That's what I did for my uncle. My uncle is an electrician by trade. I gave him a letter of recommendation when I was in the service. He now does a lot of the wiring for majority of the army bases that are being kept up to date. Now, the older army bases and the old RAF bases that we don't use and are being turned into migrant hotels, fucking stupidity, I might add, Labour. Don't know about those. But what I do know is that when that man first got his government contract, he cleared millions. Had how much it's going to cost him in raw resources, time, and hiring people. And he did. He had at any one point 200 employees. 200 employees. British employees that all had their correct certs. And they're there on army bases, pre-screened, pre-cleared, going in, wiring, plumbing, plastering, you fucking name it, painting, you name it. And when my uncle retired, he retired at 44. The retirement age in the UK is almost 80 now. He retired 40 years early because he had that much money. His business is worth that much. He just runs the business. He just shows up, sits down, does this, does that, gives out estimates and quotes to certain things to certain people. He still does local stuff, but his big paychecks, his big paydays is when the fucking government comes to him and says, we need this, and this done. And he goes, okay, cool. So he sub directs it out to other companies. They get a little contract, they get a little money, they start hiring local people. That is how you stimulate your fucking economy, Labour. Not taxing the ever-living fuck out of people that don't fucking have it. You stupid twats. But other than that, I'm doing fucking fine. Ish. I guess. I'll know more by the end of the month. Because I am on a fixed income. So it is what it is. I'm on a fixed income. I'm on my army pension budget. Because of my health issues, my mental health issues, and various other issues, I'm no longer allowed to work in the general public. Yay. And so there's not that many jobs. And I did try to apply for PIP, and they denied me. In fact, they said that the doctor... Computer,
this is a reminder. Take a meds.
Computer! Cancel. Jesus. I have to out-yell the fucking thing. Oh, I've already taken my fucking tablets. So, yeah, it gets to the point where I can't work in general public. I filed for PIP, and the doctor denied me. After my consultation and visit, I'm like, I've never seen this doctor before in my life. They've never seen me. They couldn't even pick me out from a lineup. And that's the truth. They could not pick me out from a lineup. In fact, they said, oh yeah, I saw them at this building. At this building. I went to the building. The building's abandoned. Even took pictures of it. Abandoned. It's now currently, as we speak, been purchased by another company and is being turned into flats. So, how the fuck did you see me? You lied. That's the truth. You lied. And since then, yes, my mental health has degraded to the point where I'm having to do MRIs and EEGs because I'm starting to have seizures and blackouts and Christ knows what else because the medication I'm taking just isn't fucking working. But is what it is. And yes, if you are a long-time viewer of mine on Twitch, you would have seen me actually have seizures while I'm live on Twitch. Random hand movements, random eye movements I have no control over. So I went and got seen on the 28th last month. Still have not heard anything back. Not heard anything back. And yeah, the old phrase, no news is good news, but at the same time, no, it's not. It's not good news. It is not good news. It is fucking terrifying. And I've tried going to the NHS portal. So on the NHS portal, you can actually look at your NHS record. Not going all the way back, but only for, I think it's like 5 years you can only go back to. And I've not seen anything posted there yet. So either they don't have it yet, or what, I don't know. I've not even been emailed or anything, so I'm climbing the fucking ceiling because of that. So yeah, that fucking sucks. So I'm legit climbing the ceiling because of that. What else? 3D printer going burr. Got some miniatures on the table I need to finish up painting. The customer does want me to paint this as well, so I've got to get some reference pictures because I've seen the anime, but it didn't appeal to me. The fact that they're wearing blindfolds but they can see just perfectly fine because apparently it's a different form of optics or whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. So yeah, there's that. Like I said, health is in decline. Next month I will be out. So the next couple of coffee times with Cobra you'll be seeing will be me filming it. Not here. I will be elsewhere in England, taking care of my mum because my brother's going on holiday. He's earned it. He really has earned it. He's taken him, his kids, and his grandson. Can't believe my brother's a granddad. So he's going to be taking all of them. They're going to go to Bulgaria, where he's got his chicken farm still, and they're just going to spend 2 weeks in Bulgaria and just relax and chill. And I'm so happy for my brother. I really am. He's a good bloke. He works hard. He's even asked me to shift his CV around a few construction companies that I've worked for in the past, because he's looking to get some work other than just being a forklift driver, because that's all he's allowed to do because of his current medical condition. So yeah, he's doing so well that he's now starting to go back to work, to try go back to work. Yeah, sometimes his health isn't 100%, so he has to like sometimes clock out early and whatnot. But his boss understands. I said to my brother, I was like, you've got a very understanding boss. I wouldn't bother clocking out early. I wouldn't bother trying to find a new job or anything. You've got a really solid, understanding boss. Stick with the job that you've got. Everyone keeps asking me why I keep chopping and changing the beard. Reason being is my mum doesn't like it. My mum absolutely hates the beard on me. She likes to see me babyface. But my current partner, she likes the beard. And so I try to find a happy medium where I shave the beard down to the point where it's like peach fluff. And it grows back quite quick, so it's not a problem. But yeah, my nan, she didn't care. My nan didn't care about the beard. I only started growing it because of the countless years of constantly shaving while I was in the service. I just grew tired of shaving it. Literally everything, first thing in the morning. Take a piss, put the kettle on, brush my teeth, grab the razor, shave. I drink a lukewarm coffee because by then the kettle's clicked and it's lukewarm. And start my day. And I truthfully, and I mean genuinely, got bored with the shaving aspect and drinking lukewarm coffee. So I said, fuck it, I'll just let it grow. And here it is. I mean, it's not like it was my Uncle John's. My Uncle John had a full, great, like, ZZ top beard. It was down to his belly button. Bastard. No, I've got more of a... Because my hair's naturally curly. It's got a natural... it's just naturally curly. And so my beard hair's got a bit of a curl to it as well, so it doesn't grow straight, it grows bushy, just grows out. And no matter what I do, straighteners, you name it, doesn't do anything to it. So eventually I just go sod it, zip, and just trim it back down again. So and there's that. I do need a shave because my neck's getting itchy as fuck. So yeah, got a nutritionist. He's working on getting me a sub 2,000 calorie diet. And I'm going to be talking and using a few other tools and whatnot to help me get my sub 2,000 calorie diet going. So that will be cool. Yeah, so that's what I've got going, guys. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. A big shout out to... Where are you, mate? There he is. A big shout out. I like it when people comment on my videos. I do. Please comment. Comment down below. For the algorithm, you know, if you're new, hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. I don't just do vlogs. I also do Water Tanks content. I do War Thunder content. I do TV show reviews, game reviews, you name it. I'm actually watching a new Star Wars Tales of the Underworld. It's all about bounty hunters and mercenaries, things of that nature. I'm on episode 5 out of the 6, so there's only one season right now, and literally episodes 5 and 6 are the last 2 episodes. I'm going to watch those and I'm going to give my review of it. That's coming up as that video should be out Wednesday. Wednesday, and then Thursday or Friday I've got a Cracking Packs episode. That's where I open up Magic the Gathering booster boxes. I do play Magic, paper Magic as well as digital Magic. I did recently pick up the Cloud and Sephiroth Final Fantasy VII starter decks. I will be looking at tweaking those and adding them into a Commander's deck. So look forward to seeing that. That'll be fun. What else? Power World. I'm getting into playing Power World. I know it's a bit late. The game's been out for a while, but point is, a friend of mine said, "Hey, do you want to play Power World?" I was like, "I don't have it," and he goes, "It's on Xbox Pass on the Xbox Pass." I was like, "Oh, is it?" And they're like, "Yeah." So and I was like, "Oh, I've got an Xbox. I had an Xbox. I had a 360, so I've still got an account. Still play it. Still use it." I'm just really pissed that I can't play games like Real Steel and stuff on my PC because that would have been cool. But oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, a lot of people have been commenting on my videos, asking me, just small updates. Keep going, keep doing, giving me praise. I'm not used to that. I'm not. I'm used to people just telling me to shut the fuck up. I'm useless. I don't know what I'm talking about. Blah 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 blah. I'm used to people always shitting on me. So it's very strange. It's very odd when people give me praise. So thank you for that. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the comments, the likes, and whatnot lately. Thank you so much. I am trying to put out more content, but with the weather being so hot and stuff like that, and I want to go out and enjoy it. I have recently picked up a little cheapy drone. I was going to do a product review of that. I'm going to fly it around a bit, learn to fly drones and stuff. Still doing my cybersecurity stuff. For work, I also do some small little tutorials on how to stay safe online, other than the typical just get a VPN, get a VPN, get a VPN. No. Yes, VPNs are great. However, certain VPNs are good, other VPNs are just shit. So I'm not Mudaha. I am not. I'm not all these other bigger guys that do it for because that's their shtick. That's what they do. What I do is I just explain to people about certain data breaches, especially in the UK and whatnot, and how to keep yourself protected from those data breaches. One of which recently was one of the biggest British banks. I can talk about it now because I'm not in that group, so the NDA is lifted off of me. But I used to be part of a cybersecurity defense team for a big bank. Well, they recently got hacked right after they let most of us go. Go figure. No, it wasn't internal. It was not an internal job. It wasn't one of us being a bad actor or anything like that. Literally, it was North Koreans. They managed to, and me and several others told our bosses that this is a part of a big weak link in the infrastructure. They didn't listen. That's how they got in. That's how they abused the system. That is how they got away with quite a lot of people's money. But again, the bank still has, I think it's like 90 or 180 days here in the UK to inform people that, oh, sorry, your data has been breached. This is why I'm not a fan of data brokers. I'm not. I think data broking should be illegal because in many retrospects it is personal theft. It goes against GDPR. It goes against GDPR rules here in the UK, which is why if you go to any British website, you get so many pop-ups about cookies, this, that. Well, I'm sorry, but data brokers should be illegal. Data broking should be illegal. People should, if you're in the States, go to your senator, okay, go to your representative, and tell them you want to stop data brokers. You want to make data brokering illegal. Because it is. It should be illegal. Because that is basically someone spying on you and using legal protections to say, oh, I'm going to sell your address, your phone number, your face, your likeness. Again, it's IP theft, if you think about it. Okay, if an actor can copyright his face, can copyright his voice, why can't I copyright who the fuck I am? If they can do it, if it's okay for Brad Pitt to do it, why can't I do it? Yeah, granted, I'm not Brad fucking Pitt. I'm more of a Tom Hardy lookalike. But you get the point I'm trying to make. If it's okay for them, why is it not okay for me? Rules for thee, but not for me? No, I don't fucking think so. So, contact your local senators. Tell them you want you want data harvesting and data collecting and whatnot to be illegal. Period. End of. Especially if you just now collecting the data. Granted, if it's used for like passwords or whatever, I get that. But the sellers is what I'm talking about. The brokers. You should make data broking illegal. So, and I don't work for data brokers. I've had to deal with data brokers who have sold my personal information, even very sensitive personal information like my national insurance number. How the fuck they got it, I don't know. I've already dealt with identity theft twice in my life. So, you get what I'm saying? So, I'm coming from the point of view of I'm a fucking victim. If you're tired of the fucking robocalls, if you're tired of the fucking spam emails about your fucking car finance and all this da-da-da-da-da, plain and simple, go after the data brokers. Go after them. And yeah, you can use things like Aura and stuff like that and websites like that, and they can do it for you. But why should I have to pay someone to do that? It should just be a mandatory opt-out, not a mandatory opt-in. You don't mandatorily opt in to jump feet first into a fucking active wood chipper, do you? So, that's my whole point. Everything should always be automatically opt-out, not opt-in. This is where the whole thing of caveat emptor, buyer beware, comes from. Okay? So, even when it comes to your own personal data, guys, keep on top of that. Seriously, keep on top of it. Now, I'm not sponsored by Aura. If you want to use Aura or a service like that, go ahead, use it. But what I'm saying to you is we should not have to. We should not have to fight and it be complicated in order for us to just simply have our own personal fucking data safe and not in the hands of nefarious people. I can literally get on the Onion, use my Onion browser, go on the Tor network, go to certain websites, pay $8, $8 fucking dollars, and get up to 6 to 7, maybe even, they tend to do $1 per million. Yes, per million. I can get about 8 million people's personal information. 8 million. 8 million for $8. That is why why scam centers are still a thing, why call centers are still a thing. I'm sorry, but they are. You need to get on top of it. Anyway, guys. My phone just gave me an orgasm, so I'm going to take that. Stay safe. Keep your shows fun. Keep your enemies dying. Cobra Commander is out. Thanks for listening to this coffee time without a coffee /rant vlog. Anyway.